Hello and welcome. We got Kamen America, Volume 3, right here Homeland Insecurity. And it's a great title for this book because the bad guy strikes them all real close to home. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on your point of view, I don't have the digital. You're stuck with me here looking at the physical book. I don't know why I don't have the digital of this. That seems kind of weird to me, but hey, whatever. I ain't got it, and that's okay. That's okay, man. I haven't been showing it off, but all these books got these great inside covers, like this one. That is an awesome jam right there. So where do I start? I guess we start like kind of at the beginning. Sylvia rolls in. This is back in high school. Rolls in with some of her friends. Gives Carly a book. It's a book on fashion. Carly gets mad, and then she takes it home. She's actually looking at it. Actually looking at it. And look at Sylvia. I sure hope that book helps Carly. It really feels to do good, even if they don't like you. Then it's graduation day. She's made a sash out of like some super material that they make costumes out of. All that jazz. And she meets Lansky. Lansky gives her a card. Then tells Sylvia about it. And Sylvia's like, "Oh, that's wonderful. I know you become a famous fashionista. I'm glad I could help you." Which just makes Carly super duper mad. Look at that, man. She's got steam coming out of her ears. She's about to literally detonate on the street. So this is just kind of building up this weird rivalry dislike that these two characters have had since they were kids. This is important because this issue deals with it. Oh, where do I start? Where do I start? I guess they all come home. Wait, is this before or after the beetle attack at the place? Oh, this is after. We should get the like cool little beetle attack that goes on here. You got these little stab beetles coming in. They look cool, don't they? I think they look cool. Then again, I thought like the Beetleborg stuff looked cool. I just didn't really like the show otherwise. Anyway, they defeat the Beatles. Vermilion Masquerade shows up, and she's all very mad about it. She's got to get out of Dodge. Then she does. Our heroes come home, but Kamen UN comes in, saves the day, gets all the glory. And what made Carly mad a few pages ago in the past? Sylvia being like, "Oh, I'm glad I could help you." Basically, Sylvia's stealing her glory. So they get home. Vicky's doing science on the like monster mud. We got our heroes coming in from saving the day, filling in. Vicky feels kind of out of water, out of place. Like she's out of water is a weird phrase. She feels like she's not really helping, and that's she's not the only one kind of feeling that. Like Misha kind of feels that way. Kimmy kind of feels that way. Everybody, because they're not the center of what they want, is kind of feeling that. And here's Misha working at the gun store that Siggy owns. And, of course, what happens? Beetle monsters roll in. She's about to set everything on fire. That's kind of a bad idea. Number one, there's ammo. Number two, there's sprinklers. Things kind of go sideways. Kimmy goes to hang out with her dad at a Chinese restaurant, and they're bringing out food. And Dad's like, "Are restaurants here that different? What could be going on?" And if you said they're being attacked by beetle monsters, you would be correct. That's exactly what's going down. You see where the title comes from, right? This is the one time when the title of a book kind of gives away a lot of what's going on. Homeland Insecurity. They're at home. They're not in their super disguises, and the bad guy knows where they are. All right, let me flip over to Carly Vanders here, doing an interview on TV. The interviewer turns out to be Vermilion Masquerade in disguise. The monsters show up. They have a showdown. And this is all a setup for what? Well, who could be working with Kamen UN except Lansky? So, pretty soon, Kamen UN shows up and they deal with the Beatles, and then Kamen America and Kamen UN have to deal with each other because they are not happy. They are not friends. You know, they're rivals, and they have to deal with that. And so they do deal with that. They have it out a little bit. And from there, we end up in Area 51, where we have a big, crazy battle between them and, more monsters, because that's what this book is all about, is throwing monsters, bad guys at good guys. And our heroes all have to deal with their vulnerabilities, with their insecurities, all that kind of stuff. It feels good. Like, I got done reading this and I was like, man, that feels good. And then there's a twist, of course. M. Night Shyamalan, with the twist, like that. There's a twist at the end. And the twist, if you're not paying attention, that twist comes out of nowhere. That's like, what? But if you have been paying attention, the twist isn't so twisty. It's a logical, thing. And it's not hidden quite like M. Night Shyamalan hid like his clues. It's pretty much out in the open. You didn't have to wait for a big reveal to kind of get a feeling that, oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't know what I'm saying. However, you should probably read this book because it's a blast. Look at this, man. It's a hardback. I think they did a campaign with like an omnibus. You can probably pick this up in that as part of the omnibus, man. Look at this, man. It's a freaking hardback. Like, this is like $15 or something, and it's a hardback book. It's like 60 pages long. What a crazy jam. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.